Hello everyone, welcome to Clear IAS. In this video, we will be discussing about Universal Basic Income. I am Ujjwala Pullela, an educator at Clear IAS. Firstly, what is Universal Basic Income? It is a guaranteed payment which the government makes to every citizen of the country. It is universal in nature, that is, the payments would be made to all the persons irrespective of the economic or social status. That is, the payment does not differentiate between the people based on their economic or social status. It will be given to every citizen of the country. It involves an amount sufficient enough to meet the basic needs of the people. So, meeting the basic needs of the people is a criteria which the UBA must satisfy. Other features. The amount would be given periodically, that is, in a regular interval of time, either monthly or yearly. This periodicity of the payment would be chosen by the government, whether the government want to pay this amount monthly or yearly. The payment is made in cash and is directly transferred into the bank accounts. No transfers will be made in kind. The beneficiaries are individuals and not households. Why is it required? So, why is universal basic income necessary? Automation, loss of livelihood due to technological unemployment. Every country experiences technological advancement in its growth process. It is an asset for the country because the industrial processes would be completed in a faster and efficient manner. However, automation has a negative factor attached to it. A lot of people would lose their means of livelihood due to this automation. So, to help such people and to not let them fall into the trap of poverty, UBI has to be implemented. So, reduction of poverty is also one of the reasons stated for the implementation of UBI. Freedom or choice, providing an opportunity for the people to do what they want to do. In welfare measures, we see that people just act as passive recipients. They do not have a say in the schemes of the government. For example, take the case of food subsidies. The government pays the subsidies on particular items like rice, pulses, wheat, etc. People just receive these subsidies given to them by the government. Whereas in the case of UBI, the amount would be put into the hands of the people. They would be the masters. They would have the choice and the freedom to decide on what and in which manner they want to spend the amount given to them by the government. So they will have the freedom and choice. It reduced corruption. So how will corruption get reduced? We know that the welfare measures are plagued with lot of corruption and leakages. When UBI is implemented, all these schemes would be scrapped. So less number of schemes, less interaction between the people and the officials, so reduced corruption. History. The idea of basic income is not a new one. It dates back to 16th century when it was first discussed in Thomas More's Utopia. In 18th century, Thomas Pence and Thomas Paine supported such a scheme of guaranteed income. Since 1960s, several experiments related to negative income taxation, a similar welfare measure, were conducted in USA and Canada. In income tax, people pay to the government, whereas in the case of negative income taxation, government pays to the people. Government fixes a particular threshold limit, and for the people earning below this threshold limit, the government would pay a fixed amount at a rate already fixed by the government. So how is it different from UBI? In the case of UBI, irrespective of the income levels, all the people would be paid a fixed amount by the government. Whereas in the case of negative income taxation, the government fixes a threshold limit, and for only the people earning below this threshold, the government would pay a fixed amount. UBI in India. Universal Basic Income was discussed in detail in the Economic Survey 2016-17. The survey discussed the economic implications of implementing UBI in India. It said the time is ripe for a serious discussion about UBI. However, the former finance minister led Arun Jaitley stated it to be not feasible in India due to political limitations. See, if UBI is implemented, the subsidized scheme should go away, they should get scrapped. And scrapping of subsidies is a measure which would have serious political implications. Observations by survey. Survey pointed out the misallocation of funds. The districts which get just 29% of total funding is home to almost 40% of the poor. It said about 950 central sector and centrally sponsored welfare schemes account for about 5% of GDP. Survey proposed UBI with three characteristics: universality, unconditionality, and agency. So this is the UBI model which was proposed by Economic Survey. It aims to cover 75% of the population. So the universality which the survey spoke is to cover 75% of the population. Rupees 7,620 a year would be paid to all the individuals. Why in news now? NHRC, that is National Human Rights Commission, as a part of the third round of Universal Periodic Review process, submitted a report to the United Nations Human Rights Council. Today we are seeing the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic on the economy. NHRC has stated that the center is actively considering the implementation of universal basic income as a measure to come out of this economic crisis. UBA examples. A pilot project was implemented in few villages of Namibia between 2007-8. The project concluded reduction in child malnutrition and increased school attendance. National basic income was introduced in 2010 in Iran. However, not much evidence could be yielded. Between 2017-18, Finland conducted the experiment on 2,000 unemployed individuals and found them to be happy with reduced stress levels. So whatever the projects were conducted on pilot basis and in a limited space, one can see the positive outcomes from these projects. After COVID pandemic, one of the ideas being reviewed by the countries to recover from this crisis is universal basic income. So not only India, many other countries are also considering the implementation of universal basic income to come out of this crisis. Scotland is mooting the idea for the implementation of universal basic income on a pilot basis for a period of 3 years. According to a poll by Angus Reid Institute, majority of Canadians are in favor of UBI. Advantages: provides a security net for the people who are rendered jobless due to the current crisis. This point we have already discussed. Helps in empowering women, thereby helping them to move out of an abusive relationship. A lot of women who face domestic violence do not come out of this abusive relationship, and one of the major reasons is lack of economic independence. So, if UBI is paid to such women on periodic basis, it might help them to move out of this abusive relationship and lead a life by economic independence. Will act as an added incentive in finding a desired job. We all know that preparation for the competitive examination is no easy task. It requires a lot of hard work, perseverance, and years of effort to finally reach the goal. However, a lot of aspirants give up this goal in between, and one of the major reasons is lack of money. So if such aspirants are paid a fixed amount on periodic basis, it might help them to continue with the preparation and in finding a desired job. It helps in stabilizing economies during economic crisis. Disadvantages will lead to people getting lazy and reduce the motivation to work in them. This is an obvious point. If the people without moving out from their house are receiving a fixed amount in a periodic way, obviously they will no more have the motivation to go out and work. This would make them lazy, could lead to inflation. Because the amount is put into the hands of people, too much money would be chasing too few goods, thus leading to inflation. Due to the idea being universal, even the rich would receive money which is not required by them. Since UBA does not differentiate based on the income levels, even the rich who are leading a comfortable life, even they will be receiving the amount which is not required by them. Poor would be deprived of targeted support and benefits. Today the government takes care of the necessities of the poor by different schemes. By implementation of UBA and scrapping of all these schemes, the poor would be deprived of this targeted support from the government. Limitations in India. As stated by the Economic Survey, if the transfers cover 75% of the population and an amount of 7,620 rupees per year, it would make around 4.9% of GDP. If the transfers cover all the citizens, then it will amount to almost 6.5% of GDP. Many of the bank accounts in India still are inactive. So due to the Jan Dhan Yojana, a lot of bank accounts were opened in India. However, due to various constraints like lack of knowledge on how to access these accounts or the physical distance constraints, a majority of these accounts still are inactive. And as we have seen in UBI, the government transfers the amount directly into the bank accounts of the people. If these bank accounts are inactive or inoperative, then how will the people access to these funds given by the government? Conclusion. The money transfers, instead of being unconditional, can be made conditional by linking it to an objective. These objectives can be decided by the government, like casting of vote or fixation of income levels, etc., which the government considers to be feasible. A detailed analysis is to be made on which subsidies can be completely withdrawn. The government cannot limit its role, it still has to play a role. So, firstly, a detailed analysis has to be made regarding the schemes which can be scrapped and regarding the subsidies which can still be continued even after the implementation of UBI in the country. Securing consensus among various stakeholders if at all the idea is to be implemented. If at all the government considers it to be feasible to implement UBI in the country, firstly it has to secure consensus among various stakeholders by publicizing the idea and by creating awareness regarding UBA among various stakeholders and by obtaining the feedback from the people. Only after securing this consensus can the government proceed with this idea further. So this was a short discussion regarding UBI. I hope you liked it. Thank you, and please subscribe to our channel Clear IAS and press the bell icon for receiving the notifications of such videos. Have a nice day.